Joni and Friends has actually been present in the Northwest since the early 2000s. We believe that one of the best entry points, or I like to say on-ramps, for the Joni and Friends ministry is to come volunteer at a family retreat. The kids all get buddies. Their buddies are trained. If a volunteer is paired with a typical sibling, their whole week is designed to make that week very special for the typical sibling. And then we create experiences for the moms and dads, men's group, women's group, couples group. They matter to us, but they also matter to God, that they are beloved of the Lord, that their children are not mistakes, that their children are God's precious creation.
I have families who say, oh, my child isn't that disabled. Like, I don't want to take a spot of someone. And what you're really doing is denying yourself the encouragement that God might have for you. I've seen couples go who are struggling, and they get there and it like breathes new air into their marriage. Like, it may not even be for the child with a disability that gets the biggest benefit. It could be for your typical kid that gets to meet all these other typical siblings who get it. I would say just go.
I'd heard about Joni and Friends through my church that sent me down to the Disability Summit in Pasadena. She said, you've got to sign up to come to one of the family retreats. And at the time, it seemed like overwhelming. I still will never forget our first day arriving there. So afraid of rejection and not being loved or not feeling worthy. And from the minute our first person there met us, we were overwhelmed with being loved, cared for, and nurtured.
First time go Joni Fan Cup, very nervous, very nervous and fun. Meet kind of meet a lot of new people, new fans, and
They loved you.
loved me. Yes, yes.
Johnny and I we were walking across the backyard, and he saw a little pebble and picked it up and put it in his mouth. Basically, he inhaled that pebble down beneath his epiglottis, and once the rock goes down past that, it obstructs the airway, and there's no Heimlich maneuver that can get it out. So John went somewhere upwards of 10 minutes without oxygen, went into cardiac arrest.
I felt pretty panicked, pretty helpless. And I tried doing what I could do too. And all I could do was just bury my face in the ground and start praying.
They said, like, on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being catastrophic, your son's somewhere beyond like 100. It's that bad.
We knew it was bad when a neurologist came in crying.
So the second neurologist comes in the room. He gets about 2 steps in the room, and he stands there, and he's holding his laptop, and he's visibly shaken. There's nothing. There's nothing. Like no what? No brain activity or what? No, there's no brain damage. So what is it? You saying this is a miracle then? He goes, well, I can't say that. I can't say that. Well, then what is it? Just say it. He goes, I don't know what to say. I guess it is a miracle. So John lost all of his motor skills. But I asked the neurologist, I said, well, what's this mean for John? You know, he can't move, he can't make sound, he can't swallow, he can't do anything. And he said, basically just said it's between him and God. Whatever God wants him to do, he's going to be able to do. We were trying to fix everything on our own for the first couple of years. We just, we don't need friends, we don't need family, we need nothing else. We just buckle down and fix our son. And God had a different plan.
This camp is wonderful for kids with special needs, but they take good care of the parents. This camp means so much to my typical daughter, who sometimes feels, do you love Johnny more? Because he gets extra care or needs the extra time. She feels seen, loved, heard here at camp. So it just fills her love tank.
For us, it was just kind of a breath of fresh air to realize that there was all these other families here that understood what we've been going through, seeing your kids just be able to find a place where they fit in, they find joy, where our typical siblings can feel loved and valued, that is pretty awesome.
Building lasting, loving, meaningful relationships is when we actively participate in the ministry of relationship with somebody. And so what Family Retreat does is it creates that on-ramp. If you've never entered into this relationship with someone with a disability, you're going to have that opportunity at Family Retreat.
The disability community in the world is the largest unchurched people group. Now, we find in our ministry that there's a lot of people that are impacted by disability that are believers, but they're isolated. But there's many, many, many that are not believers. And if the Great Commission calls us to reach those with the good news of Jesus Christ, we need to reach those that are impacted by disability with the good news of Jesus Christ.
You know, we can go outside at night and look up at the full moon and all of its glory and think, wow, what a beautiful thing, but it's just a big rock. It doesn't produce any light of its own. The moon actually is reflecting the light of the sun. And when I heard that analogy, it stood out to me. The light of Christ at camp is able to shine into the darkness of our lives. It has been monumental.
I often tell our pastors and church leaders, to me, Family Retreat, yes, it's a slice of heaven, but it is a beautiful reflection of how the church can and should be.
I probably wouldn't remain hopeful if I didn't have Christ and if I didn't have this community, because I start thinking about those things. The future, it's pretty daunting. This community gives me hope.
We know that we're not designed for community 1 week a year. And so out of that, our heart is to see these families plugged into Bible teaching churches that allow them to grow and thrive in their relationship with Jesus, in a community of believers that will love them and serve them and walk with them.
Little Johnny has been playing baseball. He's learned sign language. He loves singing in the truck to Dolly Parton, the top of his lungs. So you got a set of pipes on him. You know, the little things that he's able to do are miraculous.
When you're back home, what do you tell people about Family Retreat?
Pass a week with my wife, and I tell pass a week with my wife.